When a narcissist first enters a relationship with an empath, they don't think about abuse, you know. That's not the first thing that's on their mind all the time. They are very energized, they are attracted to. They come up with illusions in their brain of who you could possibly be. You know, they see the source of supply and how valuable you are. So they are very happy that they found someone that feels good. You are very authentic. The love that an empath shows, your presence, everything that you have to give, it feels good to the narcissist. It's a very potent source of supply. In the beginning, y'all both are feeding off of each other. The empath is feeling seen, feeling chosen, and they're thinking too, finally, this could be my soulmate. Because when the narcissist and the empath first unite, that energy is very magnetic. It is strong. It is something that you can't deny that you thought was something different. The narcissist feels regulated, admired, They're thinking, I can finally rest inside this connection. But this is where the shift happens. And as time progresses, the universe sort of kind of reveals something to the narcissist. The love, the depth that you offer without pretending. Something that they just can't handle because this is who you truly are, and they are pretending, they are faking. And that scares the narcissist because the closer that you get, the more they have to hold on to this mask. The tighter, the more they have to keep coming up with different ways to hold on to it. And that is very exhausting. That's when they punish you for even having to do all that. They punish you for that. The narcissists don't abandon people because they don't care. They pull away because they are terrified that a person is going to see who they truly are. Because it's very hard to hold on to this illusion. They cannot sustain the mask that they're wearing. On the other hand, the empath is in love, ignoring all the red flags, sweeping everything under the rug every time the narcissist mask slips, because the narcissist mask does slip throughout the relationship because they cannot hold on to the mask forever. But they always catch themselves and put it back on. But the empath always see it. We so in love. We like whatever. Over time, that resentment builds. They resent you for how love comes easy for you. How others respond to you. How much effort it is to pretend, that they have to pretend and you don't. How they feel exposed being around you. It's very exhausting to the narc. That resentment turns into punishment. Not because you did anything wrong, but because your authenticity highlights everything that they don't have. And at this time, in the beginning, they are doing all this unconsciously. They not sitting there plotting. All they know is they have to do whatever it takes to protect their identity. They cannot survive in real intimacy. That's why narcissistic abuse feels confusing. It didn't start off as hatred. It started off as admiration that turned into fear. And once you understand that, you will stop blaming yourself. After a while, when they see that you're on to their bullshit, that's when they start plotting, you know, creating triangulations to reel you back in. But in the beginning, everything is unconscious. They are on autopilot, all to protect their image. They will do anything to protect their image. So if you somebody that lived this, you're not crazy at all. You just was in love with someone that was afraid of being seen. These creatures are not of this world. And your energy is not of this world. And do not compare. Do not put yourself down just because they make you feel as if you're nothing. Because that is their assignment, to make you feel like you're nothing, because you're everything that they will never be.